Welcome, fellow travelers. Today we venture into one of the world's most enigmatic places, North Korea. For decades, its borders have been sealed, its stories hidden. What is daily life truly like for the millions who live here? This isn't a political critique, but a human story. A travel documentary born from curiosity and a desire to connect with the people behind the headlines. We'll peel back the layers to reveal 10 shocking realities of life inside the DPRK. We'll walk its streets, see its monuments, and try to understand its complex society. This is about bearing witness respectfully to a way of life few outsiders ever see. Now let's begin. Entering North Korea is an exercise in separation. Its borders are among the most fortified on Earth. The Yalu River isn't just a border, it's a psychological barrier, patrolled relentlessly. For visitors, entry is a ritual of scrutiny. Every item is inspected for outside information. Crossing the border is the first lesson. This is a kingdom sealed off from the world. Inside, the silence is striking, not of peace, but of information. The internet as we know it doesn't exist. Instead, there's Kwangmyong, a state-controlled intranet. Only a trusted elite access the global web. For most, all media is state-run: TV, radio, newspapers. The message is singular, repeated until it becomes truth. Events that shake the world may never be known here, or are filtered through the state's lens. For visitors, smartphones become mere cameras. The urge to search or connect is met with a digital wall. Books and music are scrutinized. Only approved content is allowed. The goal, a pure ideological ecosystem free from foreign influence. In this silent world, the state's voice is the only one heard. Over time, it becomes the only voice people know. In North Korea, privacy is a foreign concept. Surveillance is everywhere, felt more than seen. The Inminban system means neighbors monitor each other, and the state's reach extends into every home. As a visitor, you're assigned official minders. They decide where you go, what you see, and who you speak to. Every question, every photo is under their watchful gaze. There's no wandering, no spontaneous conversations. This constant observation fosters caution and conformity. Expressing dissent is a risk few take. Consequences can affect entire families. Public and private personas diverge. Everyone performs loyalty. Even in private, the state's presence is felt. The lack of true private space is one of the most challenging aspects to comprehend. Here, the individual is always subordinate to the collective. Freedom of movement is a luxury North Koreans don't have. Internal travel requires permits, communities are isolated, and movement is tightly managed. The regime uses this to control information, population, and potential dissent. For travelers, every step is planned. No spontaneous stops, no unscripted encounters. Highways are often empty, built for a future that hasn't arrived. The infrastructure exists, but the freedom to use it does not. Most people live their entire lives within their city or province. The diversity of their own country remains unknown to many. It's isolation within isolation, reinforcing the state's control. North Korea is saturated with propaganda. The leaders' portraits are everywhere. Homes, schools, offices. Giant posters and loudspeakers reinforce the message. The nation is strong, the leaders are benevolent. Monuments like Mansu Hill and the Juche Tower are designed to awe and reinforce loyalty. For citizens, it's simply reality. Beneath Pyongyang's grand facade lies a harsher truth: the struggle for food. Chronic shortages persist, and the state's rationing system often falls short. Harvests are vulnerable, and modern farming tools are scarce. Informal markets, jangmadang, have emerged. where people trade to supplement rations. These markets show resilience, but prices are high and access is limited. Malnutrition is visible, especially outside the capital. For many, life is a daily effort to secure enough to eat. Tourists see curated abundance, but glimpses of struggle are unavoidable. The quiet dignity of those facing daily hardship is deeply moving. North Korea claims universal, free healthcare, but the reality is starkly different. Hospitals in Pyongyang are showpieces, but outside the capital, shortages of medicine and equipment are common. Power outages and lack of heating make hospital stays difficult. Patients often must procure their own supplies from black markets. Medical staff are dedicated but forced to improvise with little. Traditional medicine is used out of necessity, not choice. Visitors see only the best facilities. For most, care is basic and resources are scarce. Malnutrition and fragile healthcare create a vicious cycle. The struggle for health is a daily silent crisis. Social life is managed and monitored. From childhood, everyone belongs to state-run organizations. These groups mobilize labor, conduct ideological sessions, and stage rallies. Participation is mandatory. Even marriage is influenced by songbun, a social classification system. Dissent is dangerous. Punishment can extend to 3 generations. People wear masks of conformity, never sure who to trust. Genuine friendship is rare and risky, but trust becomes invaluable. Small acts of connection, private conversations, shared drinks, are quiet acts of defiance. These moments are precious, fleeting escapes from the collective. The individual exists, but always in the shadow of the state. Pyongyang's architecture is surreal, monumental. Pastel high-rises, vast empty avenues, and colossal monuments. The city feels like a model, built for display rather than daily life. Few private cars mean wide roads are eerily quiet. Monuments like the Yucha Tower and Arch of Triumph are built to awe, not for comfort. The Ryugyong Hotel stands unfinished, a symbol of ambition and reality. The metro is a subterranean palace, doubling as a nuclear bunker adorned with murals and chandeliers. These structures reinforce the state's power and ideology. The city's emptiness is a metaphor for a society where the collective overshadows the individual. Pyongyang projects strength and unity, but the human element can feel lost. The architecture is propaganda in concrete and marble. Despite immense pressures, life in North Korea is not devoid of joy. The resilience of the people is the most powerful reality of all. It's seen in children's laughter, pride in work, and quiet moments of connection. Hope survives, not for political change, but for better harvests, health, and family. At a Pyongyang fun fair, families find genuine merriment, if only briefly escaping the weight of the state. The need for joy and community is universal, and persists even here. North Koreans are not caricatures. They are individuals with dreams, fears, and endurance. They find ways to love, laugh, and hope within narrow confines. Their resilience shows that the human spirit can find light even in deep shadows. In the end, it's these moments of humanity that linger most. Our journey through North Korea ends, but its lessons remain. Thank you for joining me in looking beyond headlines to see the human stories within this secluded nation. If this exploration moved you, please subscribe and help us continue sharing stories from hidden corners of the world. Your support makes these journeys possible. There are many more worlds to discover. Join us as the journey continues. Until next time, travel with an open mind and heart.